What's up guys, Hopvex here. Welcome to my channel. So this video actually came out a little bit later than I wanted it to because I was struggling with the recording and the editing process. But I think it turned out quite okay. Alright, since the shotgun patch in Parallel recently just came out, I would like to make this video to kinda show everyone on a deck that I've made and something I really enjoyed playing ever since the shotgun patch came out. I really enjoyed this deck and I thought it would be quite cool to share. So this is a Lemieux deck that I've made over a bit of tweaking, a bit of changing, and I kinda am enjoying the deck. It may not be the straight up the best deck to play ladder with, but genuinely if you want to play something that's fun, and there's actually a lot of ways you can tweak the list, which I will explain later. So let's get right into the deck. Alright, so here's the list that I'm currently playing. So right now we are running a few staple cards that every tempo deck would run, and a few tech cards. So I'll be talking about every card one by one, I guess. But I guess we'll talk about the more unique ones, I guess, first. Alright, so standard stuff that everyone knows about is no snitching, which is tech for tempo decks, right? Not tempo decks, for Earthen, for Shroud, the standard stuff. And we'll run one take it or leave it because the reason why I only run one is because I do not want to clunk up my hand. Because this deck actually tend to struggle with having cards in hand, especially in the early game, right? So that's why I do run more than one. But the reason why I even run in the first place is because I have expensive cards. As you can see my top end, of course getting out Wong early, getting out Estelles early, even getting out certain stuff which I'll talk about later early would be very good. Okay, next up we have Guerrilla, right? Guerrilla Tactics. So I run 2 copies of this. So what it does is basically it does 1 damage to a unit and the face. When this is reviewed from the bank, you can play a copy of it as if it was from your hand. But the main thing about this is, for a Lemmy, this is very good because it activates Assault while also damaging a unit, which is a very good combo piece to something like Lemieux's Regulars, which I will talk about soon. So next up I run 2 Determined Assault. It's just extra reach in case you cannot kill your opponent. It can be a possible effect to clear stuff, and we also have cards like Hearth, which can make it easier to play. Okay, next up we run 2 Improvised Tactics because we need card draw, and honestly I've tried other card draw cards as well. There's actually other alternatives you can do. So I will talk about the other alternatives. Yeah. So basically we run this to make sure we don't run out of cards. Like I mentioned before, this kind tend to struggle to get cards in hand at times. And then next up will be at Artillery Volley. Everyone plays this. Standard, just a AoE. And then we run 1 Triumph of Mars. Reason why we only run 1 is because we really want to focus on the early tempo, and honestly having too many triumphs in hand could be detrimental because in the mid game, not as important. So yeah. So for units, we have the standard 3 Machinists, 3 Gunslingers, 3 Trigger Happy Troopers. One thing you guys may notice is I do not play Bannerman, which I will talk about later on why I do not play it, okay? And next up for the 2 costs, we have Armor Support Vehicle, 2 copies of this. Though honestly, the only reason I'm running this isn't really cause of anything much. It's just I run Machinists, right? And I noticed in this deck there isn't that many vehicles. There's only Estelles and the Victory. So if you draw both of these, you kinda run out of vehicles to draw. So this kinda is an extra vehicle you can draw, right? And another thing that adds to this is that, of course, you can make Siren out on board. They can make other good units on board, and you can give them shielded. And I think one of the biggest combo you can have with this is with guerrilla tactics, right? Because I mentioned when this effect is in the bank, like, and it get reviewed, yeah. So you can attack with this, review guerrilla, shoot the unit, maybe play Lemmy's irregulars, right? And then what it does is you get 3/3 shielded, and you also clear their unit. Okay, so next up we have Field Marshal. Okay, this card is one of the key combo pieces in this deck. So what it does is it's a 2 mana 1/3, and when you play a split card, you both you play both sides. So it works very well with the split cards I have, which is, as you can see, I run 5 copies, like 5 different split cards. Yeah, which I'll talk about soon. So standard, we run 1 Hearth, 3 Lemmy's irregulars. What this does, it basically assaults, destroy an enemy unit that's damage distant. Context, important thing to know, guys, damage distant. So like, if you damage a unit last turn and it's still like damaged right now, it does not destroy it, by the way. Another thing about this one is when this unit attacks and deals combat damage to the enemy, meaning you attack phase, you draw another copy of itself, which is kind of insane because like you're drawing cards to not run out, right? Next, we want 1 Saboteur. I can really see myself playing 2 down the road because this card is just so good into a lot of matchups right now. But you guys can experiment with it. Personally, right now, 1 is kind of working out for me. But you can feel free to experiment a little with the list. I am very open to like see the comment section or recommendations to upgrade the deck, because honestly, this deck is still just a fun thing I've come up with. There's definitely ways to improve on it. Next up, we'll be talking about Esther's Glaive, which is standard, just a very good tempo card to have, right? And it's also good to have with Yoli. And then the Siren, which is also a very good tempo card, but also is extra freeze damage when you need it. But most of the time, it's just an improver. You're playing 5 mana 5/5, destroy a unit, and destroy a lower health unit, essentially. Okay, next up we have Wong, self-explanatory, right? So we can go next to the next card. And we have the Victory. The Victory, honestly, so far hasn't felt too impactful of a card for me yet, because it's a very clunky card, and Lemmy doesn't really require that. I'm low-key thinking to replace this card, but as of now, it kind of still does something. So yeah. Okay, next up we run Logistic Mastery. So the reason for running this is like simple, right? We have Slingers, we have Assault, we have like 3 Happy Troopers. But the main thing I would say this card is kind of good for is it makes your volley and Centurion a lot better. But it's a very scary card to play sometimes, because like if your opponent is playing Earthen and they want to like decay your units, right? A decay will be extra damage as well, which you have to keep that in mind, because it's really a way you can lose the game. So a tempo deck like Lemmy, sometimes it's better not to play this, but it's just the extra reach that you may need. And fun fact about this and Guerrilla Tactics, when you have this on board and you play Guerrilla Tactics, it does 3 to the unit and then 3 to the face. So that's like, instead of spell damage plus 2, you get technically spell damage plus 4, right? Because 2 plus 2. So it's 1 mana, do 3, do 3, which is very insane. But that's only if you can pull it off. And next time we'll be talking about our split cards. This is the main, like, fun part of the deck. Okay, so we got Field Marshal, like I mentioned, right? So now we play Guerrilla, Scimitar Captain, right? So Scimitar Captain for the unit side, what it does is evasive and assault, where the enemy discards a random card from their hand. And the effect side is you look at your opponent's hand and make them discard a card of your choice. So what's a very common combo to see with this deck? To me, honestly, it's just insta win if you hit it. Is you can play a turn 2 Field Marshal, and if it stays on board, doesn't get no stitching, doesn't get removed. You attack phase for 1, activate the assault, play the Scimitar Captain, and then you make your opponent discard two cards, having a 3/3 evasive unit on board for a future turn. Like, it's super strong because like in the early game most people will have very few cards in their hand. And what this can do is you can get rid of their removal, you can hold their development, you can just make it fucking hard for them because like they just didn't bank, right? They just need to bank, and you discarding two cards from an early game hand makes their banking options like super limited, especially if they are like things like Tioli in hand. And next up, we run this interesting card, Long Range Recon. It's a 4 mana 4/5 for the unit side. Uh, basically, I'm pretty sure the card is different, right? Okay, I'm pretty sure it's a 4/5 evasive. It's a 4/5 evasive, I'm pretty sure. With like no ability. But I could be wrong. I think it's a 4/5 evasive with no ability. So for the effect side, target target unit and adjacent unit have +1/0 and evasive. Honestly, I did not really think too much of the effects. Like, it's just more like if I have a few marshal on board, what split cards do I want to play that have value, right? And having a 4/5 body, especially with a backup ability after that, because it's evasive, it's very strong because having a 4/5 body with evasive kind of does quite a bit. So I can like field marshal on 2 and coin this out if I theory it out if I want to. And then for the final card, we'll be talking about Centurion, right? I think it's a staple in every Marcolian deck. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the deck list. So I will be showing you a bit of gameplay, and then we'll go to like cards that we could possibly add to the deck. Lemieux deck works, by the way. No. Honestly, no. I'm losing everyone right now.
Lemieux, standing by. The tide rises.
But like, okay, it can play. It can play. I'm not saying it's totally as. It's not totally as can play. Gotta go. Have a nice rest of the stream. Alright, see you, Yan. Thanks for dropping by, bro. Okay, I have the nuts. If he relics. Honestly, I don't mind killing. Because if he relic, he has to bank the unit regardless, right? Maybe it's wrong lah, but can. Trade this, go face. I can pick the switching first. In case of subjugate. I don't mind relic right now. If he plays relic on this turn, I'm okay. Totally okay. I know I shouldn't have banked both of these, because later he Magna's here. Yeah. No Magna, sure. I'll kill this, and then I play this. I kill this, I mean I hit first. Hit one time first. Okay, actually just ignore this. Actually ignoring it might be better. I like kill this, snitching this, right? Yeah, honestly it can be the play. Yeah, okay, yeah. I like it. I might be actually better to keep the card draw. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I can, because the Triumph turn... The Triumph turn goes into my... Estos. Fill back a unit. Won my first 2 matches with my new deck, first time playing on ladder, so that's a good sign. Yes, sir! Subjugate. That is annoying. He's banking the... Okay. I know the last card. The last card is Triumph. So we just go. I can just trade. Nah, it's just Estos, right? Okay, I can just do this plus this. Then what's his Triumph gonna be? Nah, just Estos. I like doing it like this. I like doing it like this. Then I don't kill this, I just go face. Yeah. Because if he triumphs now, he might just do subjugate plus this guy, right? Damn. Shoot this. Trade. Nah, just trade, then shoot this, right? Guerrilla plus. Can I get Stinger? Stinger make it so strong. Okay, Lemmy lah. I'm thinking this plus Lemmy. Take Estos back. She missed Triumph. I know making Sabo looks dumb. But it's getting close to the end game. I don't think the relic is my biggest concern. My biggest concern is just another Triumph, all the good stuff. Can I just do 4 plus 2 next turn? Greedy, oh, it's silence. Yeah, if it wasn't silence, there's no way I'm ever doing that play. Okay. I'm just gonna do 4 plus 2. Okay. Domina. Okay, Domina trades. I guess 4 plus 2, then I just hit face, right? No, let's say face, I mean I hit Domina. 4 plus 2, then Domina. Because now, even if he hits Triumph, I'm in a good spot, right? We're back to Lemmy because I'm just having fun. I'll think about climbing later. I'm gonna end pretty soon, so I wanted to play a bit of Lemmy. Magna here is fine. Wow, lucky we killed Domina. Wait, what is this? CPS. CPS is just drawing a card, right? There's nothing else to it. Like 1 to 2 cards are pending. No Triumph, no win. Even got Triumph also, I think he won't win. Because I have the answer to a big. If he goes Thor. If he goes White Estos answers, if he goes Thor, my irregulars answer. Okay, right now we'll be talking about cards that I think can be added to the deck, or alternative ways you can try improving the deck in your own way, your own twist to the deck. Because like, some people may not like the approach that I take, so this is another approach that I was considering, I was testing out, discussing with people. So one thing we thought about doing is making a burn version, right? Because we already have logistic mastery in the deck. So like one common thing is some people think about, why not we run crack shot? It's maybe like 2 copies or something, because it increases the range of burst by a lot, right? Or or we can add orbital strike, which I am actually thinking to add in instead of victory, because it's like more reliable damage. If you want to have more fun with like some stuff, you can have solar grenade, or if you like. Okay, personally, there's one card that I was thinking to add was Mirel. Mirel was a card that I really wanted to add. It's just I didn't see a purpose of it because of how it fits to the curve. But people could try it out to see how things go. Another card that people can consider adding is assault, sustained assault. So draw a card for each assault you have triggered this game. So I've thought about this card. Quite a few players have asked me why I played improvised tactics instead of sustained assault, right? So the answer honestly I gave them was that I rather have reliable like 2 cards, like consistently reliable 2 card draw. Because sometimes this card you may need card draw and you don't have anything, you may not have activated assault in the game already, right? So like this card doesn't do as much as like getting consistent, reliable like 2 cards each time. You could consider testing it out, but personally I rather have improvised tactics. And then another thing I can think of like possibly adding as suggestions is, you can look at all the other split cards, right? You can think of all the other split cards. You can work on making it more early game oriented, like more unit based oriented. So you can run like this, but I'm not really a very big fan of it. You can play more triumphs. You can do quite a bit of that. Or some people want to add LPC. I talked about it, but I am not a big fan of it. So yeah, and then there's Bannerman, right? So people are asking why do I not play Bannerman in my Lemmy list, right? The short answer is honestly, I do not want to have too many 1-drops because Lemmy is unlike Catty, right? Because Catty have like rallying cry to bring out the 1-drops. Your job is you kind of want 1 into 1+1. But for Lemmy specifically, you don't really need the 1 into 1+1. In fact, you rather have a 2, right? Because you have Field Marshal, you have Hearth, you have the armor support vehicle. You have even like, let's say you're going second, you have Tioli in the 3-drop. You have so many ways to play and you do not really need to do like 1 into 1+1. And later in the game, the 1-drops are kind of tricky. Like it's really very bad draws most of the time. And so I was thinking, or what 1-drop to card, right? So Machinist is never a card. Trigger Happy was never a card because it activates assault very easily. And Slinger is never a card in land because of the assault. So, but Bannerman, honestly, you have its moments, right? Bannerman is snitching, Bannerman is the guerrilla, but the pull off, like of how much you have, like how much you pull that off is not as often as you like it to be, especially because like this deck do not really care about the Bannerman as much, because like after the nerf, it could not grow that big anymore, right? Compared to like what it did back then. Like now, it's only gonna increase by one each turn, which is not too impactful. All right. Okay, and that's it for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. I'm still pretty new to all of this, but I hope that what I shared right now will give you all an idea of like something that is fun to play. May not be the best thing in ladder right now, may not even be that good of a deck on paper actually, but I had fun playing it in rank, and it does win a fair share of games. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will try to upload more videos like this, or comment down below if you want to see like different type of videos, like you give suggestions. I will try to make it happen, but it will still take me some time because I'm really struggling with like the recording, the editing, like all of struggles. So yeah, uh, do like the video, share with your friends, share with the community, and yeah, that's it. Yeah, peace out. Bye.